It's the beginning of November, so you know what that means? We throw pumpkins at each other. Well, no, not really. It's my market update, so stick around. That's what I'm talking about today. Hi, welcome back. My name's Joe Brown. I'm a real estate agent with Century 21 List with Beggins, located in South Tampa. Thank you so much for being here with me. So I'm going to share the market update for the 5 zip codes of South Tampa. So if you're new, I look at 33606, 33609, 33611, 33616, and 33629. That's really the peninsula of Tampa, including Davis Islands. And I look at several different data points. I also compare September and October. I want to take a look at 2 months to see, are we moving up, moving down, whatever. But stick around because I also have some special information to share at the end that I typically don't share. So stick around for that. So let me put my chart up here and let's just take a look at active listings. And you can see active listings has come down slightly, about 30 homes. Is this a good sign? Yeah, we really can't tell. But it has come down somewhat. In fact, I want to say this is the 4th or 5th month in a row that active listings has come down. New listings. So if you've been with me, I said average over the years about 250 per month. And you can see we've slightly gone up. So we're at 230, just below that 250. But it makes sense, right? The big months were the spring going into the summer, but now we have schools in session. We're just approaching the holiday season. So new listings may come down for a little bit, but we're at 230 homes. Days to sell, right? We're still, the difference between 53 and 50, very little. But you're still looking at almost 2 months. And this is median, right? So some homes are selling faster, some homes are going slower. And in fact, I'll share with you later breakdown of this a little bit more. Take a look at sales, right? So sales, you're at 152 to 150. Again, sales has slowed down. The high mark was April and May. And since then, it's really come down. So that's why going back to active listings, and I said, is that a good number? Yeah, I don't know because sales have also slowed down. Take a look at median sales price. And the median price, we went from 620 to 676, and you say, oh, prices are going up. Well, what do I say? We always don't know what type of homes, because remember, I look at residents. So it could be single family homes, could be condos, could be townhomes. I don't know the age. I don't know the condition. I don't know the size. So don't read too much into from 620 to 676. Take a look at the ratio, though, of what a house sells for as opposed to what it was originally priced at. And you can see we're at 92.8. So we went up slightly, less than 1% year over or month over month. But we're still about 92, 93% of the original asking price. So that means that, number one, sellers are better. They are pricing their homes more competitively, but there's still some wiggle room at the sell point, right? Take a look at months of inventory, and you can see we're at 6 months. We've been at 6 months for a couple months, that 5-6 months. And this really shows it's a balanced market. So again, if months of inventory drops to, let's say, 1 month, home prices are going to accelerate. That means there's more buyers than there are inventory, homes on the market. Home prices are going to accelerate. When there are more homes on the market than there are buyers, you'll see prices come down. And what we're seeing that for a little bit, take a look at days to sell. I mean, the ratio between original list price to sales price, it's come down. I think the high mark was 95%. Now we're at 92%. So home prices have come down a little bit, not drastically. They have come down a little bit. And you find that in this balanced market. But here's some information. So let's go back to sales and median sales price. And I say, listen, I don't break down whether they're single family homes or condos or townhomes. I don't know the condition. I don't know the age. But you know what? Just for this video, I broke that information down. Okay. And so this is what I want to share with you. I created this special chart. And you can see along the left-hand side, I broke it down by single-family homes, condos, townhomes, and mobile homes, just because 3 mobile homes sold in the month of October. And we take a look at the count. So that there were 153 sales. Out of the 153, you can see, I need to turn my page around, 95 were single-family homes out of the 153. Then we had 28 condos, we had 27 townhomes, and then 3 mobile homes, right? And then looking at CDOM, which is cumulative days on market. Now, let me just explain that for a second, right? So that there are 2 things, CDOM and ADOM. ADOM is active days on market. The other is cumulative days on market. So let's say I list your house and it's on the market for 6 months. So it's on the market for 180 days. It expires. And then you decide you're going to relist it with another agent. So 2 weeks later, it gets relisted. Well, that agent is going to have an active days on market, but your house has had a cumulative days of market, the 180 days for me, plus whatever the new agent, right? Now, what breaks that if there's a 30-day break between listings, then all those numbers reset. Or if I list your house and it goes under contract, and then the contract expires, then we put it back on the market. That may reset the active days on the market, but not the cumulative days. Okay, so we're talking about cumulative days on the market. And you can see single family homes, it's 57 days. Now, this is median. I could do average, right? But then you have outliers both ways. Like one house took 407 days to sell. And that really skews the days on market. And in fact, it takes this 57 up to 90. So I use median, which is in the middle. So 57 days. Condos took 64 days. Townhouses, 77 days. And the 3 mobile homes, 90 days, right? But then I said, well, how did people buy the house? And I really found this interesting. So, and I also changed the shading of this graph just so you know we're talking about financing, right? So out of single family homes, we had 30 of those 95 homes sold for cash. And then 56 were conventional loans. We had 3 which are FHA and 5 were VA loans. Condos, 11 were cash, 17 were conventional loans. Townhomes, 7 cash, 17 were conventional loans, and 3 were VA. And then the 3 mobile homes were all cash. So I wanted to do this to break down, because I never break it down. So I just wanted to give you more information. So when again, going back to median sales price, and we see that median sales price went from $620,000 to $676,000. Well, it could be because we have more single-family homes being sold this month. I did not look at the month prior, but let's say the month prior, more condos and townhomes sold. And so that would have skewed the numbers a different way. That follows, right? Anyway, I hope you find all this information useful. I am here to bring value and information to you who are either looking to buy a home or sell a home, or just curious about numbers. Go to my website, joebrownc21.com. You can search for homes. There's a search bar. I have some custom searches set up. I have links to blogs, links to some of my videos. There's a contact me button. You can leave comments to this video. You can like and subscribe to this video. You can leave comments. I thank you very much for watching and reaching out to me. I want to be your trusted advisor. So until next time, take care.